Welcome to Creative Genius Labs. I'm your host, Zane Wild. Today, on Creative Genius Labs. Imagine having a mind so brilliant it could illuminate the world, yet so tormented it could drive you to the edge of despair. Today, we uncover the shocking price Virginia Woolf paid for her genius, and how her battle can teach you to embrace your own unique voice, even when darkness threatens to consume you. The cold waters of the river ooze mirror a woman's tormented face on a grey March morning in 1941. Virginia Woolf stands at the edge, her coat pockets weighted with stones, contemplating the gentle current that will soon embrace her. These words echo across time, forcing us to confront an impossible paradox. How could someone who illuminated the depths of human consciousness with such brilliance choose to extinguish her own light? The answer lies not in the river that claimed her, but in the extraordinary journey that led her there. You might recognize the feeling, that nagging sense that you perceive the world differently from others, that you feel things too deeply. For Virginia, this heightened sensitivity emerged from childhood trauma that would have broken most spirits. At 13, she lost her mother, the anchor of her emotional world. Soon after, her half-sister died, leaving another void. Most devastating were the sexual abuses she endured at the hands of her half-brothers, experiences that fractured her sense of safety and self. Yet within this crucible of pain, something remarkable took shape. Her acute sensitivity, rather than destroying her, transformed into a lens through which she would revolutionize literature. Picture a young Virginia in the family library, ink-stained fingers flying across paper, oblivious to the proper young lady she was expected to be. The wild Cornish coast became her sanctuary, its untamed waves matching the turbulent thoughts she couldn't contain. Society labeled her odd and fragile, but these very qualities fueled her determination to create spaces where minds like hers could roam free. When she found the Bloomsbury Group, it seemed she'd finally discovered her tribe. These intellectuals valued the very qualities others had dismissed, but even as she flourished in their midst, the first major breakdown struck, revealing the double-edged nature of her brilliant mind. In the small, cluttered office of Hogarth Press, Virginia and Leonard created more than books. They forged a fortress of creative freedom where her experimental style could flourish without compromise. The manual printing press became her weapon against convention, each turned page a small revolution. But the traditional literary establishment pushed back hard against her stream of consciousness technique, her defiance of narrative norms. The pressure mounted as she struggled to balance her demanding work with the increasing instability of her mind. You can feel it, can't you? That tension between creating something revolutionary and maintaining your grip on reality. Despite the mounting pressures, Virginia's creative genius reached new heights. Her novel, Mrs. Dalloway, revolutionized storytelling, weaving together consciousness and time in ways never before attempted. In A Room of One's Own, she dared to demand what seemed impossible, that women deserve financial independence and private space to create. Her words became weapons against the patriarchal structures that had confined generations of female minds. Through her affair with Vita Sackville-West, she explored gender fluidity in Orlando, decades before society was ready to have such conversations. If you're enjoying Creative Genius Labs, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, The Master Creators Challenge. Unlock hacks that make Da Vinci, Banksy, and Lady Gaga creative giants. Now, back to the episode. But genius exacts its price. At elegant dinner parties among the Bloomsbury elite, you might have found Virginia increasingly isolated, despite being surrounded by London's brightest minds. The rest cure treatment, meant to heal her, became its own form of torture. Imagine being forbidden from writing the very thing that gave your life meaning. The words that once flowed so freely began to slip away. World War II's approach heightened her paranoia, and the bombs falling on London seemed to mirror the explosion of her internal world. The final descent was both gradual and sudden. Virginia could no longer read or write, those precious abilities deserting her when she needed them most. Her fear of madness became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yet even in these darkest moments, her love for Leonard remained pure. This wasn't a woman giving up. This was a brilliant mind that could no longer bear the weight of its own complexity. But the river that claimed Virginia Woolf's body could not contain her spirit. Her works continue to challenge and inspire generations of writers, thinkers, and rebels. She showed us that our oddness, those qualities others might reject or pathologize, can become our greatest source of power. Her struggle with mental illness, rather than diminishing her legacy, adds depth to her insights about human consciousness and creativity. Here's what Virginia Woolf's life demands of you. Embrace your unique way of seeing the world, even when others call it strange. Your sensitivity, your different way of processing reality, might be exactly what the world needs. But unlike Virginia, you don't have to face these battles alone. Seek support when the weight becomes too heavy. Create your own room where your authentic self can flourish. May we all find the courage to illuminate our own luminous halo, while remembering that sometimes the brightest lights need the most protection. The river claimed her, but her words flow on, challenging each of us to examine how we nurture or neglect the brilliant, fragile minds among us. In the end, Virginia Woolf's greatest legacy might not be her literary innovations, but her reminder that genius and vulnerability often share the same space in the human heart. What will you do with your own unique vision? The world awaits your answer. On the next episode of Creative Genius Labs, Virginia Woolf wrestled with societal expectations and mental health, channeling her pain into groundbreaking literature. But what happens when a writer's reality blurs with the fantastical, and memory itself becomes a canvas for creation? This week, we continue our exploration of visionary writers, journeying into the world of a literary giant whose stories redefined reality. Imagine a world where passion and sacrifice intertwine, where the pursuit of dreams comes at a profound personal cost. Stay tuned to discover the life of a storyteller who, like Woolf, left an indelible mark on the world, proving that even as memories fade, the power of narrative endures. You won't want to miss this. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, The Master Creators Challenge. 7 days, 7 creative legends. Unlock your inner creative genius using the secret tactics of history's most revolutionary artists. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/CGL. Thanks for watching.